And we're back. Try to start filming at the most hard times. Let's see here. Okay, we got it. What's going on, everybody? If you can tell where we're at, we are pulling up to the property. Trailer brake. That is way overgrown on this driveway, but got the skid steer behind us. We had it up at Trey's house, or in his driveway for a minute when Garen wanted to pull it with. Well, I'm lying. The skid steer's been at my house, and we had the trailer at the property, and Garen wanted to pull some weight with his truck, so we got the trailer and got the skid steer and stuff loaded up, and it was still on the trailer, and I thought, well, crap, come down and do a little bit of work at the property. I don't really know what the game plan is. There's still, you know, so much to do down here. It's I don't know if any of you all are out there like this, like me, but when there's a lot to do on a certain project or whatever you're working on, I have a hard time making little, like, what am I trying to say? Like, let's do this today, this today, this today. It's like I start doing like a little bit of everything in the first day, and then I get so overwhelmed with everything I got to do, I almost lock up and give up. But hopefully the goal is to get the skid steer unloaded, get that pile of furniture and stuff that me and Trey brought down, get that thrown on the fire pit. I think between getting another dumpster and the neighbor actually down here wants some stuff underneath the cabin, trying to get the stuff underneath the cabin out, divvying it up between what the neighbor wants, and then we got to get the dumpster down here and get rid of the rest of the trash underneath the cabin. I got to dig another hole up by the fire pits to, once I get done burning this furniture and stuff that can burn. Bridge is working. Look, we're going across it. You can't really tell. Going across the bridge right there. It made it. But get the stuff that can burn and burn it, and then after that I got to dig those holes to get all of the crap from the fire pits that didn't burn all the way. Get all that stuff dug or filled in. Man, this driveway couldn't get any rougher. And after it's filled in, then hopefully try to get the ground to like rolling hills down here. But once again, I have no idea how to operate this thing. I'm just kind of going by the seat of my pants. But did come down last week and bush hog. If it still looks like I bush hogged or not. Weed eat a little bit, did some more weed killing. Oh yeah, looking fancy. I have to put it in 4-wheel drive to get up this hill. Definitely gonna need some 4-wheel drive. Let's see here, let's go in a low. Yeah, driveway don't want. This rig we got behind us is heavy. Come on, baby, almost got it. Get this thing unloaded here and then maneuver this trailer and crap around. We're getting somewhere. Get it? Yeah. All right. Maybe I ought to put the brake on. And then we'll put it in park. Put the brake on and then put it in park, so the weight of everything is on the parking brake, not the transmission. So that's her. Still exactly loaded up the same as when we pulled it with Garen's truck. So get her unloaded. Already stopped and got fuel, grease it up, and I showed you all this a million times, but if you're just the first time checking in, doesn't look too bad down here. Get all this crap thrown on the fire pit, and there's a bunch of stuff under here. It's just gonna take a minute. Yeah, a lot under here. Probably run into some snakes too. What do you think? Believe it or not, the neighbor wants some of this stuff, but whatever, right? It's a little bit wet down here still. Freaking still trash everywhere down here. But there's, remember, that is actually a fire pit, and then this is another fire pit that I'm gonna have to move up to there. So that's about as far as it got, and it's nice and green right now. So but you can see all the logs and stuff in there. Hopefully some of it will burn a little bit more, but then just random freaking wood like this everywhere. But it's definitely a huge improvement from what it was when we got the property, if you all been watching since then. So but let's go ahead and get her going, get this thing unloaded, and be back. I tell you what, you cannot beat that thing with that grapple bucket. That thing is like a king cobra snake. I mean, whatever you hook that thing on, it just drags right out. But obviously just playing around right now. This is, well, you all out there that operate, I know I'm not very, you know, not operating here, but just trying to get some trash cleaned up. But those grapple buckets are amazing for those things. But I'll go ahead and set you up on top of the tractor. I got it greased up and got the bucket hooked up. The bucket wasn't hooked up. I think it's a freaking pain in the butt. I always forget because I don't, you know, we don't use it a lot, and there's a certain sequence you need to. It's easier to hook them up when the thing's off, because when it's running, it's creating hydraulic pressure, which is hard to plug those hoses in. So it's just, and then when you disconnect it, it's like a whole nother hard thing to do. You got to turn it off and then turn the machine off, and then get in and turn the electronics back on, and then like rotate the knob to act like you're moving the grapple part of the bucket, and then that releases the pressure, and then you can get them disconnected. But it's just a little bit it's different. I'm gonna try to get this thing hooked up here. No, I'm not really doing nothing very whole lot of interesting here, but hopefully you all might want to see it.
good operator would just pick all this crap up with this bucket, but I can't do that, so I gotta freaking hand pick it up. So well, if this thing's still recording or not, gotta pick some of this up. But I'll tell you one thing, it cooled off over the weekend a little bit. It's supposed to get hot again this week, but it's actually not bad out at all. So I figured today, some of this week, get some of this stuff done. I was gonna wait till fall to do a lot of this stuff, just because how hot it is. Personally, you know, I like fall and winter. I like fall and winter a little bit better than summer. Might have not been the best idea though. For me to dump this down here, I'm just making more work for myself. Oh. I think those are the chairs. These are the first chairs me and Amy got together at the apartment. How old are they? 10? About 10 years old. Live in when we first met, Amy had just moved back from Texas. She was living with her mom and dad. And of course, I was 24. I was, well, not of course, but I was still living with my mom and dad. And we met in like I don't even know, like two or 3 weeks, maybe a month after we met. Amy got an apartment literally 5 minutes from our house where we live now. And the first night there, I stayed with her the first night in the apartment. And that's the last time I was in my room at Mom and Dad's house. Or that day is what I'm saying. So little by little, my stuff, I was moving out and didn't even know it. We were in the apartment about, I think almost a year. And then, the 2-bedroom apartment. Almost a year, and then we moved in to the house we're in now in January of 2015. In there a minute, time flies and you're having fun, right? Crap, man. See the metal and crap left over? After I burn all this wood and everything, I had to go through and pick all the metal and crap out of it. Hopefully there's a scrapper around here that wants some of it. But I should be wearing pants down here. I was weed eating either last week or whenever that was. And man, I thought I've never gotten poison ivy in my entire life. Amy thinks it might be like poison oak, or I don't know if that's the same thing or not. But man, I tell you what, I got it. I'm lying, that wasn't last week. Last week I wore pants down here to weed eat. A couple weeks ago. Anyways, y'all get the gist. That's what we're doing right here. So bucket's about full. Of course, I'm dropping bits and pieces back there. So basically I'm just gonna, I don't want to bore y'all, unless you all seriously leave a comment down below. I think you all do like the land stuff. That's why I thought it might be a pretty good idea to film this. But basically I'm gonna, you know, that load's about full. I'm gonna take that and crush it down and go dump it, and then come back and keep filling this up, and then pick some of the pieces I dropped along on the way to the fire pit, throw it on there. You can kind of, can you see it? Yeah, you can see it right there. There's our pile so far. So it's coming along. Get that done. And then there's a little piece of fence down here that's driving me freaking crazy. I screwed up the other week with the bush hog. My little wheel back there grabbed a hold of the fence and broke a part of the fence when I was bush hogging. So I brought the grinder down. I'm going to cut some more of that fence down. Well, the bob wire is grown into the tree down there, so I'm going to cut it off there and then drag that crap up here too and get that out of the way. And then once all this little stuff is picked up, then either going to start tackling underneath here or start digging. But the digging bucket is on the trailer still, so that's where we are. We'll be back. I gotta show you all this too. That was our first table, mine and Amy's first table. I forgot that obviously the table was here because the chairs were here, but we got that, had that in the apartment. Actually, I think like probably like 20 or 30 videos were filmed on that thing at our house when the original, you know, BellLife was still on YouTube. And then it went from us to, how'd that work? Eddie and Lori, my other brother, Garen's dad, and went to their kitchen. And then they built a house and moved. And as they were moving, this went from their house across the street from our house before they moved to Trey's kitchen. and then Trey had in his kitchen that table and chairs. And then Melissa's parents were, I can't remember what they're doing, but that's where all this stuff down here, a lot of it was Trey's old furniture and my old furniture and stuff, but gave Trey's a new, that when we did the video on Trey's living room furniture in his kitchen, well, that's where this old table used to be, and we brought it down here and dumped it. So anyways, I don't know if y'all wanted to hear that or not, but here's where we are. Dump that load. I'm gonna pick all this crap up, get all this stuff picked up, try to get these little, of course there's nails and crap everywhere, you know, perfect for air tires. So try to get as much of this as I can picked up, get around the back picked up, and I don't know, keep going with the millions of things that need done down here. We'll keep on trucking now. We got our porch light on up there, ready to go. All right, go ahead and check in. Got piles getting bigger back there. Got all this stuff, well, this pile cleaned up and around the edge of the house where I dropped a bunch of stuff, and then around the back, and then put it all in the fire pit. Haven't done anything underneath the cabin yet. I've been picking little stuff up, burnable stuff, wood and all, like just freaking random crap everywhere, like just whatever, this strap. But just picking random crap up, little projects that I've been doing, not projects, just little piles I've been piling up over the summer when I'm mowing. I've broken, I don't know, I think 2 more shear pins this summer. It reminds me, I need to order a pack of those. But so every time I come through here and bush hog, if I see a big rock or something, you know, sitting up, because all this, you know, this used to be a lot different when we got the land. So, and all the fill that I used had a bunch of rocks and stuff in it, and it's actually coming along, you know, fairly nice. When I dig the hole back here, I want to take some of that dirt left over, because obviously I'm not going to need all the dirt to fill the hole back in, because I'm going to have all of that fire pit crap in there, and I need to take some and drop it off over there by the targets. That's our other big hole, and it's kind of sunk around the edges a little bit. I want to fill that back in. And then here along these edges, like I said, I've been picking up rocks and stuff. Almost got a freaking bucket full. Look at this stupid random fence post, and this broke a shear pin the other day. I guess it's a old hookup to an old bush hog. But my other pile was down there, and then this pile was here, so I got that. And I'm just gonna take all this rocks and crap and go separate it and put that over there to be dug for a hole, or to be thrown in the hole. Like, look, there's random crap everywhere still. There's a big old rock sticking up, but anyways, it's kind of boring. That's why I didn't want to film myself doing it. But picked that piece of fence up down there. I already moved it up to the fire pit. What else? I need to get in there. A tree fell over in the woods right over there. I need to get over there and chainsaw that. But anyways, that's where I'm at right now, so I'm gonna keep going. I'd say today it's already about 12:30, so I'll get this pile picked up, finish down here at the fence. I got to get the grinder back out and cut this bob wire out of this tree, and then probably unload. Look at this. Look at this crap. Like, I just looked down, literally. That's nice, isn't it? Nice screw. There's a bolt. What is this? I don't even know what that is now. More screw. Hey, a door hinge. What else we need down here? If you look close enough at the ground, you can find all kinds of crap. But that's what you get when you buy a piece of property that was dumped on for years. Trash everywhere. She's looking better though. You know, coming along. But that's where we're at. So like I said, it's getting late, so I'm probably gonna finish those couple of things up, put the skid steer up there, disconnect that bucket, get the tooth bucket on there, and probably get the trailer disconnected and stuff, and because we take the Dodge to the gym. I don't know, we'll see how I feel today, but that's where we're at. Keep going. Okay, teleportation. We've teleported a couple hours. Got the other bucket off the trailer. Did it right down here by that tree right there. Got the rest, like I said before, got the rest of that fence out of there. Got some rocks picked up out of there, and then down over the field, ripped back when we got the property last year, we cut a bunch of trees down, and there's been a stump there. It's been driving me freaking nuts, bush hogging. Had to go around every single time, so to rip that stump out, that ended up taking like an hour to get this. It was another ginormous stump. Got that out. I think that's how we're gonna leave it for tonight. Might come back in a little bit. I'm not 100% decided yet what we're gonna do. Got this thing up in the air a little bit. But might come back in a little bit and keep going, because it's not hotter than balls out. So there's our pile so far. Gonna come around. I'd like to come over and pick these freaking big rocks up and crap. Pick that up, get that stuff picked up. This random hose. I mean, there's crap everywhere. Christmas lights, you all know how it is down here. Tank. Just a chugging along, right? Chugging along. But that's where we're at, so I'll update you here in a little bit. The reason, I think I'm gonna go ahead and leave the trailer hooked up. The trailer's actually got a, it's less than a year old. Obviously it's under warranty. It's got a, in the truck it says check, what am I trying to say, check trailer wiring or whatever, and then it keeps saying trailer disconnected. And I called Big Tex and they said just bring it on over, or I could do it. They said it's just a ground on the frame, that whatever, on the frame of the trailer, that's a recall that they need to fix anyways, or whatever. I guess replace this zinc plated fitting with a brass fitting or whatever, I guess, so it gets a better ground. I don't know. Anyways, there's been a recall on the trailer for a while, so I'm gonna go ahead and get that taken care of. I'm gonna drop it off tomorrow morning. I guess we'll do that. But anyways, chugging along. All right, started day 2. Just left the trailer place. Got the trailer on the back. She's ready to roll.
So a little bit later start today. Had to get that taken care of this morning, and then head back to the property and see what all we can get. This place isn't too far away. It's only about 20 minutes away from our house, so not a huge deal. Probably get some fuel in the truck and then head back down there and see when we get going. I think it's, as the week goes, it's supposed to get a little bit hotter, so it still felt okay this morning, but man, last night it felt freaking awesome outside. But Amy doesn't really like it once I get back from the gym. She wants me to hang out at the house because I'm gone, you know, all day or whatever. But last night was the daggone type of weather, makes you want to stay out till freaking dark working. But I love it when it's cool out. But all right, we're heading back. Okay, we made it back. Gotta get this thing fired up for the day. Here's some of this stupid little crap I want to get rid of today. This stupid red wire that I get tangled up in the weed eater every time I weed eating through here. This random hose, that's gonna go. And I like to get some of these big rocks picked up, get them thrown in the creek, and then well, some wood down through there. Just get some more. I don't even know if we're gonna start going under there yet or not. That's a nightmare. So first step is to get the, I guess, get the skid steer started up, get her warmed up. Get her fired up here. Might have over greased the bucket a little bit right there, see that? Hop in, see if she'll, might not start. Oh! Okay. Okay, put these down. Okay. Got an exclamation point. I don't know if that means it's cold or what here. Let's see. Goes in and actually fired up to me. Engine speed limited because she's cold. All right, get the gloves out. Let her run for a little bit. All right. I don't think we're gonna grease it. I greased it yesterday. Maybe put like an hour or something on it. Didn't put very much time. I don't know what that fan does back there, but anyways, this is where we're gonna start on this side of the house. Be back. Well, we don't have a drill, but we got a grinder. And this thing, anybody else, is almost halfway full of water. So I'm gonna go ahead and give us a little slit down here. Get some water out of this thing. Perfect. Might as well do this to the other cans too. That's what we got. Concrete bags in it from the freaking bridge still. Give her a little something. This thing's freaking packed full of water. Let's go ahead and make a mud bog here. Might as well, right? Trying to just get caught up on a couple different things. That's where we are so far. Trash stinks. Still got to clean it up, but got a lot of the rocks picked up. Still got to get that freaking rock. But a lot of these rocks picked up, the hose, the wire. But eventually, here in a couple clips, I'm gonna try to tackle that tank. Before everybody comments, if you follow us on if you're subscribed to the BellLife Banks channel, we already shot holes in that. It was, I think it's been like a freaking month, 2 months ago. I don't know how long it's been. So it's not a good tank anymore, but actually I have a buddy that wants it, so he's gonna plastic weld all the holes. And so there's like, I don't even know, you have to go to that video on the Banks channel. There's probably 30 holes in it or something. But he, I told him I'm gonna try to attempt to move it with the skid steer delicately, but if it doesn't happen delicately, it's gonna get smashed. So I just want to get it out of there and get those 2 beams ripped down. I got the gutter ripped down, not the gutter, but the downspout ripped down off the house. I'm gonna cut that little tree down there and then get all this crap cleaned up through here. Get that stupid tank out of here and make it, try to, you know, make it look a little more presentable down here. But like I said, if it doesn't happen nicely, it's gonna happen roughly. And we're gonna roughly get it out of there. But that's where we're at. All right, I don't have anybody to hold the camera, and I have to put this thing in the shade so it doesn't overheat, because I don't know how long this is gonna take. But there's the tank, and then there's the 2 posts. I gotta go run up to the whatever that is up there, fire pit, and dump some rocks off, and then come back down and see if we can pick this thing up. I'll probably just leave my gloves here behind the, see that thing's moving already. You all are on a hill. All right, let's try it. Seeing the back of this. See if I can get a better shot for you all here. Sorry about that. Thing came out like it was nothing. There's definitely being no delicate with it, unless I strapped around it or whatever, but I'm not that worried about it. There we go. This will be, you'll see this. Let me see if it gets you a little bit better. Gotta get these freaking rocks out of here. Light work out of that. What? 12 minutes. Holy crap. Okay. But I'm gonna come back in here and, oh, we did put some concrete in those. Trying to pull some of this down and some of that down and make this look a little better. Maybe try to rip those little stumps out, or whatever they're called, 4x4s. Got a little wood here and there still, gotta get out. There's just crap everywhere. I think it just stays wet right here. But we are coming along, that is for sure. But still have a long way to go. All right, we'll be back. All right, I think we're calling it. There it is. As good as I can do. Good enough. Trying to just, you know, I like I said, we don't know what we're doing with the cabin, you know, yet. So just gonna leave this like this for now or whatever. Still got a bunch of stuff, but it definitely looks a lot better than it used to. If y'all been watching since the beginning, we got the property comment down below. There's been, I don't know how many videos on it, quite a few, but it's a pretty big difference from what it used to look like. Kind of funny, I came down here the other day and those what are those things, air purifiers or whatever they are, I guess the old owners must have been on like a, I guess they're still getting filters delivered here, which is funny because there's you know, there's no air, there's no running water, nothing's hooked up here. It's just, I thought that was kind of funny. I'm like, why in the world are they having fit? Maybe they delivered to the wrong house or something, I don't know. But so gonna call it for today. That's where we are. Didn't do anything down at that side of the property today. Got that stump out yesterday, and that's about it. Got the skid steer freaking muddy in that hole. It's always wet right there where that tank was. Not too bad on this side, but see a little muddier on this side. But that's what she's for, right? But definitely looking a lot better since we started yesterday. So we'll check Amy wants to check the footage on this to see how long this is so far, so might have to break this up in a couple different videos. We're in the middle of like 3 or 4 different vlogs at once right now. So hey, look, it's the beer stick. Just had to get another one of these off Amazon because we couldn't find this one. I had a bonfire here last when was that? This past fall, and somebody was using the beer stick right there, looks like. But man, cans everywhere from the Bangs channel. But all right, have Amy check the footage, and look at, there's just crap everywhere. Yeah, it just surfaces. Look. Oh, look at that, PVC to the cabin that we have no plumbing to. But all right, have Amy check the footage, and regardless, we'll be back.